What a time to be an Oklahoma City Thunder fan, man. Gosh. Roll the freaking intro, baby. So, yes, this Oklahoma City Thunder team, in my opinion, is in a very, very good spot. Obviously, they have a plethora of draft picks. I will go ahead and show that real quick. They have like so many upcoming draft picks. Literally in 2022 they have a total of 4. In 2023 they have 4. 2024 they have 4 as well. And so they just have so many draft picks, and it's actually just it's crazy to think about. But anyway, so yeah, they have a lot of draft picks. On top of that, you take a look at their roster. They have their franchise guy in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, very very solid player. They have Lou Dort, who is one of the best young defensive players in the league. They have Derek Favors, who has a pretty bad contract, but don't you worry, we'll get that off of our hands. We have Darius Bazley here, another young player that could develop into something. Josh Giddey, who they took at 6 overall, definitely can pan out for sure. There's a couple holes in his game, mostly just his shooting, but if he fixes that, he could be a very, very good player. Pokusevski, 7 foot tall, 19 years old, can shoot the ball, and he just definitely has a lot of potential. I like him a lot. Isaiah Roby, a decent backup center, can definitely get the job done. Theo Maledon has a really good backup point guard. He showed a lot of promise when the teams were kind of going through like injuries and COVID-related things. So Theo Maledon's a very good backup. So, and even Trey Mann and Jeremiah Robinson Earl, very good trade pieces as well. So, we are in a very good spot with the Oklahoma City Thunder. I got to be honest, I did this rebuild already once, and my audio went out on my microphone, and so you couldn't hear any of it. So, this will be a little bit faster than normal. The 2 picks that I did go with here were the lottery protected from the Pistons, because the only way that we would get that would be if the Pistons actually made the playoffs, which I just don't really foresee happening in the first year. And the Wizards, they might be pretty bad losing Russell Westbrook, but we really don't know. Even with Russell Westbrook, would they have made the playoffs? I don't know. So it's kind of a difficult situation to try to figure out. I would like to get another center here. So I think I saw the one that I'm going to do, but I'm going to keep taking a look around. I mean, Kristaps Porzingis would definitely be a nice addition to this team, I think. Yeah, that might not be a bad one. I do like Sabonis and Turner a lot. I like John Collins and Clint Capella a lot. These guys are both 25, so that might be an interesting route to go down. Or we have Isaiah Stewart here, who, obviously is a very, very good player in 2K. We also have We would also get Jeremy Grant, who would be able to fill in for that power forward spot. Then we could run Shai, Lou Dort, Pokusevski, Grant, and Stewart. That might be a pretty solid option. Could get Siakam and Fred VanVleet, Christian Wood and John Wall. So I really like this John Collins and Clint Capella trade. It would definitely solidify our power forward spot and our center spot with a 17 point per night scorer and a 15 and 14 type of guy. The only other one that I did really consider, I like this Sabonis one. Sabonis can turn into an All-NBA player. Miles Turner provides defense for the team. I like this Isaiah Stewart one and Jeremy Grant. That's kind of a tough one. Let's do this one with Jeremy Grant, and I think that's a pretty good idea. I'm not gonna play Kenrich Williams. I don't know why this game likes to play Kenrich Williams. That's probably just not gonna happen. I'm also going to take Ty Jerome out of the rotation. No hate against Ty Jerome. I just would rather get Theo Maledon those backup point guard minutes. So now we're looking at a roster of Shai, Lou Dort, Pokusevski, Jeremy Grant, Isaiah Stewart, Maledon, Giddey, Bazley, and Roby. Super young team, but they are going to develop over time, and it will be a very solid roster. So I think the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at the staff real quick. I'm probably going to fire our coach. He's not necessarily the best, so let's go ahead and fire him, and let's bring in, we could bring in Stauffer. Yeah, we'll bring in Stauffer. I'm fine with that. So I'm going to go ahead and double check the game plan, make sure that physical defense is on, which it's not, so I'm glad I checked. And I'm going to check system proficiency. Make sure that that is the best one as of right now. It looks like balanced is a little bit better, so we'll run balanced. And I'm going to simulate to the end of the year. We're not going to be very good, but I'll see you guys there. All right, so we weren't very good this year, but truthfully, that's okay. We are still rebuilding. We're still in the process of being a good team. So we ended up as 13th in the conference, 16 in the power ranks. Evan Mobley, Rookie of the Year. Sixth Man of the Year goes to Drummond. Giannis, Defensive Player of the Year. Most Improved, Wendell. Tyronn Lue is Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year goes to Joshua Burgess. So let's see what we got here. I doubt we'll have anybody on any teams, but I always like to look just in case. I don't see anyone. It looks like Josh Giddey's all rookie second team, but he put up pretty solid numbers. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what our stats were kind of looking like. It looks like Shea did take a little bit of a dip here, but 4.5 rebounds, a little bit over 5 assists, over a steal a night, 52% from the field. Jeremy Grant was almost in that 20-point per game club too. Lou Dort was our next highest scorer with about 12. Pokazewski with about 11. Theo Maledon 11. Isaiah Stewart with 10 and almost a double-double. Josh Giddey with about 8, 6, and 4. So not too bad, but I don't know. I'm not feeling too great yet. So let's go ahead and simulate the playoffs here, and it does look like the Lakers go on to win it, and LeBron is your Finals MVP. We'll take a look at the league meetings, make sure that nothing is accepted, which it's not. We'll go to the draft lottery. This could be huge. It looks like we have pick 12, we have pick 17, and we have pick 29. So not too bad. Definitely not too bad. I'm going to make sure we have a head scout, which it looks like this is going to be our head scout for now, and I'm not going to really sign anyone else. So we'll go to the draft. We'll probably make a move on draft night, just saying. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. So if we go ahead and trade finder people that we aren't going to play. So Gabriel Deck, Trey Mann, Jeremiah Robinson Earl. Can we get anything solid? So no. But what if we took out Gabriel Deck, added in a first, pick 12? We could get Terry Rozier and Kelly Oubre. What if we went with pick 17 instead? There's nothing. Pick 29, there's nothing really else. What if we did Trey Mann and Gabriel Deck, and then this first? We could get Terry Rozier, we could get Jonathan Isaac, which would be solid, get Moses Moody to develop with a lot of our young players. Let's just keep rotating through these first-round picks, see if there's anything else that pops up. Wiggins and Draymond Green wouldn't be bad, but they're both on the last year of their contracts. So, I mean, we would get them for a year, which would be cool, but it's not really anything too crazy. We could get Buddy Hield, who had a pretty good year. Get Alex Len as a backup center. Draymond Green in a first. Yeah, there's just nothing really. What if we did what if we did Gabriel Deck and Jeremiah Robinson Earl, and then this 12 pick? Could we get anything a little bit better? It's not really looking like it, which is very unfortunate. I definitely was hoping to get a little bit better offers, but it is what it is. I would like to get Jonathan Isaac. I think that would be very solid. Is Terrence Ross like a definite free agent after this? He is. Okay. So if we got Jonathan Isaac, we would... Let's see. So if we were to take a look at our roster, Jeremy Grant could technically play the small forward spot, and then Poku come off the bench. Then we'd have Jonathan Isaac, Jeremy Grant, Isaiah Stewart, Shea, and Lou Dort, and then Josh Giddey backing him up. which wouldn't be bad. Oh, what about Ty Jerome? Let me check out Ty Jerome first. I know this is probably taking a while, and I'm sorry, but let's try it. Oh, I can't because Ty Jerome's not under contract. And I think I tried Trey Mann and Jeremiah Robinson Earl. It just gave me the one. Which this wouldn't be a bad one, but at the same time, I just don't think it's really what we need. I think we need more of that small forward spot. So what if we did Trey Mann and 2 firsts, though? Still just nothing. Like, nobody wants these players, I guess. Like, okay, Robert Williams would be pretty solid as a backup center. We could get a 2-for-1 here. Malik Beasley and Jared Vanderbilt. Could get Wiggins, which would finalize our starting 5, but he's on the last year of his deal. So if we did Robert Williams, he would be the backup to Isaiah Stewart. Then we would really have that center position figured out. Or we could do Terry Rozier. He could play the shooting guard. Man, I'm just in a really tough spot right now. Could get Tim Hardaway Jr. I don't know. What if we just trade finder all 3 of these picks? Could we get anything decent? Because I'm probably not going to use them. It's a little bit too late in the draft, and it's not really what I'm going for. So, could get Seth Curry and Jaden Springer, which would be all right. It would give us some depth. Luke Kennard, Gary Trent, Gallinari, Rozier again, and Will Barton, Jordan Clarkson, Buddy Hield, Burks and Fournier. I'm just not really seeing anything I really like. I'm really not. Malik Beasley wouldn't be bad, but he's got a pretty bad contract, and I mean, it's not terrible. I shouldn't say it's bad. But just not really what we're looking for, that's all. So I'll go through this one more time, see what I really want, which I think I'm just going to try this Malik Beasley and Jared Vanderbilt trade. I'm not going to use any of those picks anyway. I'm really not. So I'm going to go to the rookie signings. We don't have any. We'll go to the team and player options, and I do want to bring back almost all of these guys besides... Actually, we'll bring back Ty Jerome to try to trade him, which would be fine. We'll go to the qualifying offers. I'm not going to extend it to Paul Watson. For moratorium here, we'll go to bird rights. I'm not going to bring back any of those guys. Do we have enough money for anyone? No, we don't. Okay. So next, let's try to make a trade. Let's try to trade away. What if we did Ty Jerome, one of our young guys, and Trey Mann, and then we'll do... We have no unprotected first next year, but we could do a swap best, maybe. Let's see if we would get any good offers from this. I don't really know. Could get Reggie Jackson. He'd be a solid backup point guard. We still need to fill out that small forward spot, though. It's kind of where we're at. We really need to figure that out, and unfortunately, I'm just not getting any good enough offers to be able to do that. So it's kind of unfortunate. I'm seeing some decent offers. Like, if we were doing a multi-year rebuild, like, sure, we could definitely make this work. But, like, right now, we only have one more year. So it's not like, I don't know. I think I'm going to try to make my own trade. I'm going to try to make my own trade. I'm going to make, because we have a lot of picks. We have some pretty decent, pieces. So let's see. We need a small forward. Keldon Johnson's there. Gordon Hayward. Sadiq Bey. Let's try for Brandon Ingram. I think that he would help out this team quite a bit. So let's throw in Ty Jerome. Let's throw in Trey Mann. We'll throw in a first. We'll throw in a second first. We'll throw in a third first. We'll throw in a second. Okay, we'll throw in a future first. And if that doesn't get it done, okay, so we were able to bring in Brandon Ingram, and I think that's going to be our big move for the offseason. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what else we could really do. Brandon Ingram gets better. Jeremy Grant stays the same. Beasley gets better. Stewart gets better. Josh Giddey gets better. I don't know. I just don't really know what else we could do. I think we just kind of have to, let everything pan out and see how our players are going to do in the future, because we only have, we don't have very, very much time left. That's pretty much all I'm saying. So this is going to be our lineup of Shea, Josh Giddey, Brandon Ingram, Jeremy Grant, Isaiah Stewart, Beasley off the bench, Lou Dort off the bench, Theo Maledon off the bench, Baisley, and Poku. I don't think I'm going to play Jared Vanderbilt. I really don't. So let's see what we could get for him. No hate against Jared Vanderbilt. I think he's a good player. I just don't really have a spot for him, unfortunately, because Baisley's going to be that backup power forward spot. So I just don't really know what else I would do. So what if we did Vanderbilt, Roby, and a future first? Could we get anything decent for that? I would love to be able to maybe improve the shooting guard position and have Josh Giddey come off the bench for one more year. And I guess we could do that by getting Terry Rozier and PJ Washington. Could get Gordon Hayward and Precious. Could get Spencer Dinwiddie to play that shooting guard position. Let's go ahead and try this. Let's try to get Terry Rozier. I don't know if it'll be a natural fit, but I think it'll be decent. I think it'll for sure be decent. I want to start Jeremy Grant, have PJ Washington off the bench, Josh Giddey, Lou Dort, Theo Maledon. Ooh, I want to play Poku, though. I just don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's going to work. Let's try to throw together one more trade package for Poku, since he is so young. Let's try Pokusevski, Baisley, and an unprotected first from us in 2024. This might be able to get us something. Paul George. Sorry about that. John Collins. Oh, geez. We are getting some really good offers. So we'd get two years of Paul George. We'd get 3 years of John Collins. And then we could look to move. Who did we just bring in? We brought in a backup power forward, PJ Washington, because PJ Washington is on the last year of his deal. Let's do it. So now we have to look to trade PJ Washington, and we can look to try to maybe go Gabriel Deck or Jeremiah Robinson Earl, and we'll go top 3 protected from the Hawks. Maybe this can turn into something even better than what we had. I really don't know. So Tyrese Maxey is there, not bad at all. DeAndre Hunter's here, not bad at all. Mike Conley, Davion Mitchell, and Rashawn Holmes, Jonas Valanciunas and Kemba Walker. Cole Anthony's here. Moses Brown is here. Christian Wood and John Wall. I do like the idea of DeAndre Hunter, because then if we had DeAndre Hunter, we would have Brandon Ingram as the starting small forward and then DeAndre Hunter as the backup. Then we could look to... Wait, so we have Terry Rozier starting 2. We would have Beasley as the backup. So we really don't have a spot for Josh Giddey unless it's backup point guard. So maybe we could throw Theo Maledon in this and see if we could get a better offer. Let's try that. So if we went with PJ Washington and we went with Theo Maledon in this first, these are 2 really good pieces to the team. So could we get like a starting small forward, or so we could get Poku back? That's so funny. I'm not really seeing anything that I really like. Fred VanVleet and Gordon Hayward. That's solid. Klay Thompson is very solid. Ooh. Let's see. If we did this, like I said, we would have Rozier and Beasley. So we don't even really... I hate to say it, but we don't need Klay Thompson. Like, he would be an upgrade, but we really don't need him. I think DeAndre Hunter would probably be a better option, because we don't really have a backup small forward at all. So let's do this. Let's do it. Let's get DeAndre Hunter for that backup small forward spot. So now we're looking at Shea, Terry Rozier, Brandon Ingram, John Collins, Isaiah Stewart, Jeremy Grant, Beasley, Hunter, Giddey, and Lou Dort. I think that we are just in a really, really good spot overall. I really do. We'll play physical defense on. I'm going to simulate to the end of the year. I'll see you guys there. So yeah, those upgrades definitely helped out our team a lot. We ended up as first in the conference, first in the power ranks. Really, really solid. Joel Embiid is your oh my goodness, MVP. Sorry, I've recorded this video twice. I'm so tired now. Paolo Banchero, Rookie of the Year. Christian Wood, Sixth Man of the Year. Giannis, Defensive Player of the Year. Most Improved, Kuminga. And Steve Nash wins Coach of the Year. Exec of the Year goes to Cody Toole. So let's go ahead and see if anybody made any teams. Like I said, I doubt it with such a well-rounded team, but we can. It never hurts to check. Let's check out stats real quick. It looks like Brandon Ingram led us in scoring. Okay, I was not expecting that. Now we have John Collins. I can't remember if John Collins is starting or coming off our bench, but either way, very, very solid numbers. Isaiah Stewart is our starting center. He might need a little bit of an upgrade. I was expecting at least a double-double, which kind of stinks because I do like him a lot. But, oh well, I guess. So, let's sim the play-in, and we're going up against Luka. Of course we are. We'll probably lose this round because it's Luka Doncic. But, oh, we ended up winning in 6. Memphis is another team that I've noticed that 2K really likes this year. We end up winning in 4, though. Going up against Houston, a super young, super good team. I will be rebuilding them eventually. We win in 6, and we're going up against the Celtics. Oh, my God. What? Yo. Drew Holiday, Zach LaVine, Jaylen Brown, Tatum. I mean, their bench is terrible. But, like, how did they get this? How did they get this starting forward? Like, oh, we're going to lose. What? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Okay. Well, I don't know what happened. I don't know how we won that. That Celtics team was so stacked. But anyway, that is going to do it for me for now, you guys. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. We are on the road to 500 subs. I want to hit that by the end of NBA 2K22. I know I still have plenty of time, but every little bit helps. So make sure you guys comment on it. Let me know what your guys' favorite team is. I would love to rebuild them next. Make sure you guys like it. Make sure you guys share it to your friends if you guys want. But for now, this is King Center signing out. Peace.